guys ready for day 2 of the 12 builds of Christmas? Was that a little over dramatic, that beginning? See, now I get to have fun again. So we're here at the shop. And I decided that for the second build of Christmas, we need a square body. It's got to be a square body. And before I continue, just so you guys know, I'm literally filming these and putting them out the next day as quickly as I can now. I don't have a plan for the next build, so go ahead. Shout out your favorites. I'm just winging it. So, let's have a look, shall we? The 84 Jimmy. Let's go over it. So this Jimmy came from the gentleman who we're doing the two-wheel drive Blazer for in the shop. And I did not want to touch this thing until his Blazer was right at the completion stage, which we're at right now. We are just waiting for him to drop off all the seals and we can finish that thing and put it together. So I'm actually waiting on that one. So I decided that we'll go over this thing. I need to refresh my memory of what's in this thing, what's been done to it. Apparently a Facebook group built this and I'm not familiar with them at all. So if you guys find this online, please leave a comment so I can find out some history on it. But we have a 3-inch body lift. We have a suspension lift, which he thought was a 4-inch, but I actually think it's way more than that. We have a new aluminum radiator. We have a new transmission cooler. Oh man, I gotta do this one hand. The hood is not bolted on, hang on. We have no hood hinges under here. And he was told this is an LT1 with a turbo 400 behind it. And I don't know anything about it. And inside is just full of bins of parts. There's all sorts of LED lights in the grill assembly. And we have a Dana 60 up front. Let me repeat that. We have a Dana 60 up front. We have the dash is missing. Oh yes, I remember the wire harness that goes from your fuses box all the way to the engine is not in the truck. We have Chevy seats, which I'm not sure if they're for this unit or not, but that's gonna bug me. I can't have Chevy seats in a GMC. So there's a lot of parts have been pieced together, like it's a blue door panel with a gray dash and red carpet, and there's more red door panels back there. The paint and body has been done, and the bats have been crapping all over it while it was in the barn. I'm not sure if I can handle the blue. So what I need to do is wash this thing off, and we have no running water, so I gotta bring a bucket and just do it by hand. But we have no heat and no water in this shop right now. And the back end sits a little bit lower than the front. It has the shackle flip kit, I guess you want to call it. And it doesn't sit right. And the leaf springs, I don't know, they look funky to me. They're not straight. They look like they were kind of pieced together. So I have some figuring to do there. It's got a new fuel tank. So I'm gonna wipe this thing down, pull out some bins, and I don't think I can roll the back window down because there's no battery power and no wire harness up front. So I gotta climb in there and bring everything out. But we might as well wash the poop off it and see what we got. And I have brand new Cooper Discoverer STT Pro 37s that require 20-inch wheels, and it just so happens I have new 20-inch wheels here. Yes, we need that steering arm. We need a few things. I think it needs the drop brackets for the sway bar. There's no shocks on it. So we're going to putter on this today and see what happens. Well, my friend John showed up, gave me a hand. We started unpacking parts and got sidetracked. Haven't washed it yet. We pulled the grill and the bezels out and headlights, and we needed to find bolts. So we've been wandering around in the yard, stealing all the little bolts we need because I have so many Chevys around, and I actually found a truck that has the hood hinges we need. I still have to get the upper ones that go underneath that little panel. But, I almost got a truck. Yeah, right. I forgot it's not, it doesn't have any gears in the front or rear diff or the axles. Those all need to go in. All that has to get done properly. That is the block to raise the drag link up. And I happen to have the ProComp 4-inch drop drag link as well. So be a little figuring to do. The toe in on this thing is way out of whack. You can see that tire's sticking out and that one's sticking the other way. And it's sat out in the weather, I think, with no hood on for a while. So it's starting to rust down here. And the paint's starting to crack right there. That's not going to be okay with me. All these inners are brand new. A lot of good parts on it. I forgot this rocker was not welded together, and it's just starting to show some rust here. So the rockers need to be dealt with. I do not like that there at all. Oh, found new taillights. Have to put those in just because I want to see them on it. All right, I'll go get a bucket of water because I thought might as well clean the grill anyways. And then we'll see. We'll make some decisions. Well, I had to get underneath this thing and verify something. I do have good news. I missed that. It has factory dual shock mounts. We have a new starter. But that is not a Turbo 400. That is a 700 R4. I see a spacer kit. And we have a 208 transfer case. I also forgot this thing has a disc brake conversion bracket on it. And disc rotors on it. But not sure on what it needs for calipers. And I was looking online, if this happens to be a Sky Off-Road kit, then you just use 73 to 91 3/4 ton calipers from the front for the rear. So I believe, is that supposed to be an emergency brake kit? Shouldn't there be a rotor here? I'm not sure. The floor is in really nice shape. All new panels everywhere. That has got a nut underneath it so it will not clamp down. So I have some, oh yeah, look at that. They have all new quarter panels on this thing. That rear brace is all brand new. It does all that, you know, that factory primer. Yeah, but that one is not new. So there's a lot of really good parts on this thing, and then there's a lot of little things that need to be solved. What is that? Brake line? Fuel line. Brake line. All new loom for the wire harness. All right. I just had to have a peek on the floor before it gets all wet. So let's give it a bath, figure out the plan. So we have the chrome grill, which I really like. I've never had a truck with one of those. It's mediocre condition though. I just wiped it down with soapy water and dish soap, and took a rag and wiped it off because it's really cold right now. I think it's -1, so it's not really drying. But it makes it hard to tell what the quality of paint is like. Well, what do I see? What do I see here? I see a bunch of glue along here that's going to bug me. I see a crack right there in the canopy. There's another one there. This molding's got a bunch of rust on it. I did not find the actual housing, so I can't put the taillights in. We do have the dash. Found that. Bunch of red paint underneath all these chips. And I don't like how that was flaked off and they painted over it. There is a little dent right there. And the hinges are starting to rust. I see some body filler work here that's not okay. All sorts of chips from the red. Even that's gonna bug me. All along that, don't like that. What else we got? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of rust all along there. Yeah, I haven't done the roof yet, but see a little bit of bat poop and dust on it. And a lot of red showing under there, which means a lot of it's flaking, a lot of it's been scratched, but like this is flaking off. So it hasn't been sanded correctly before it was painted. That has got to be replaced. Thankfully the windshield's not cracked. So let's just, I don't know. I'm having issues here because it sits low in the back end. I can't get used to the blue. Even if I buy factory moldings, yeah, it'll spruce it up a bit. But I'm not into that. I'm just not into stock. I do like factory moldings, mind you, but now we have to step this up. Not a little bit. A lot. We have a lot of lift for a set of 37s in it. On it. And when I had these on the black Jimmy, they only have about 500 kilometers on them. I just wasn't happy with it. 37s don't do it for me. It's really not a lot different than what's on there. So I don't know, I'm having issues here. You can see that fender sticks out a lot. And then we have wheels. Wheels. I don't know if this is the right package. It's not working for me. I have to build something spectacular out of this. I said to myself after the Jimmy left, the next one's got to be bigger, better. So I do want to redo all of the paint. This thing's got to pop like crazy. And that means that because there's rust in areas that bug me, this powertrain's going to have to come out. And I do not like the package. It's a small block with a 700 R4 and a 208 with a Dana 60 up front. To me, that front diff is a complete waste. It's overkill for what it is. So you either put that front diff in something with big power or put big power in this. And even to have 37s, it's still a waste to me. So we have to make a change, and we have to do it right now. It's not very often you get your hands on a really nice, clean Jimmy. And I have no interest in building normal vehicles anymore. No, we got to do something great. something ridiculous. Got any ideas?